Good morning, everyone. There's a lot of chatter in the building this morning. That's a wonderful thing. We don't have that every Sunday. Good crowd this morning with our cameras. Can you say flexibility? I just said we are nothing around here if not flexible. So for those of you that are joining via streaming, bear with us as we try to get that straightened out. And you probably have, if you're 5 or 10 minutes away, hop in your car and just come. Just be here with us. That's the easiest thing to do. So welcome to you that are in the building. It's so lovely to have you here with us this morning. This weather outside this morning is just scrumptious. Love it. Is making everything grow. So yes, and if you didn't just go, Somebody asked me this morning, how are you? And I said, I got up this morning. I'm not complaining, right? So as we start off our service this morning, James is going to be bringing us a message here shortly. But before we do that, I want to take a moment for us to just gather in all of our energy. If your energy has been scattered hither and yon this morning, if you've been doing a lot, if you've been a lot of places already this morning, taking care of a lot of things, that's happened this morning, all of the peace. And now we want to move into our daily word, which is all about truth this morning. And our affirmation, if you would like to say it with me, is the light of truth shines in my heart. Together, the light of truth shines in my heart. Like a kaleidoscope's shifting patterns of dazzling color, my life is always changing. Can anybody agree with that? Anybody got that one? Yes. Moments while learning and growing through the more unpleasant ones. No matter where I find myself along the spectrum of human experience, I take comfort in spiritual truth. God is changeless, my rock and my refuge in times of struggle, and the wings that lift me in times of ease and bliss. I remain steady and calm, even as I navigate life's inevitable changes, finding lasting truth shines from within me. Yet I am writing you a new commandment that is true and light is already shining. What a wonderful reminder that the true light is always there. It's always there. Sometimes we just get a little too focused on the darkness, and we have to remember to pull our attention and our focus to the light. That certainly has been my experience for the last couple of years. How about you? It's easy to have our attention drawn away from Reverend James, who has no...
Look at somebody and say, you're the best looking thing I've seen all day. Can you do that?
You're the best looking thing I've seen?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And really mean it this time, all right? Hey, I'm glad that you're here today. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being with us on this beautiful Sunday. We're going to invite the children to come on down front, and we're going to sing together. Yeah, aren't they beautiful? Yeah, a couple good-looking guys, beautiful ladies. I create, I pray, I know God is, and I am. I create, and I pray, and I act on the truth that I know. There is only one God. There is only one. Off with a blessing. We love you, appreciate you, and we bless your teachers too.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you. Let's give Gary a hand this morning. Are you feeling all right this morning? Yeah. How was your week? Yeah. But are you taking care of business? When you send good peace for everyone, you are highly valued and greatly cherished. Would you tell the person next to you, say, I like you. In spite of everything, I really, really like you. All right, today I want to talk to you for just a few moments about this idea of that with a couple of saved, so be it. It's not my fault. It's their fault. How many know it's nobody's fault, right? What did we talk about last week? Metaphysical, spiritual malpractice, right? We don't make people wrong, right? We honor their beliefs wherever they're at. We honor people wherever they are. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that wonderful? Things, full or what? When you change your perspective, then what you look at is changing. When you change how you feel about things, how many know that you can do that? You can change your mind, right? Anybody here ever change your mind? Thank you, right? Thank you. It's a good thing. And this is Unity's principle number 3 that we're talking about a little bit this morning. This idea, instrument of creation. Mental equivalent of a thing, and you create that mental, emotional equivalent, then you will begin to see it manifest in your life. How many have seen that happen? Right? Positive, negative, indifferent, whatever. So, ideas need substance in order to manifest. Now, I wonder who gives. I say, I'm the one. And if you don't give substance, wow, I know that if I were to initiate this and bring this out into the world, I could probably be a multimillionaire. Anybody here ever have a thought like that? Now, I'm not going to ask, but how many have acted upon that particular idea? You see the value of idea that we pay attention. Whatever that you focus upon whatever you take your attention away from will start to what? Will fade out. It won't be as important. How many know that if you have a cat, you have to take care of the cat? Right? If you have a dog, and they know how to get your attention. Isn't it amazing how they do that? And they don't talk, but they talk. We got one cat on the inside takes care to live here with them. They own everything. Because they're wanting attention. You know, they want to connect with us. And I think that it's so important to give attention to that which is important in our lives. Amen? Give attention to the important people, the important ideas, the important concepts. That sense, because we, or IOU or whatever. Any married folks here today? 2, 3, 4. Okay, got a few. And you start to take your partner for granted. And you know what happens? Is that feeling sense of connection of your oneness begins to fade. And then there's no longer that feeling connection between. So it's important to, in your life, what is it? It's important to think about, isn't it? I mean, know that your car needs repair from time to time. Have you noticed that about cars? Homes need to be remodeled. You know, we built this building in 2009, and we're going along, and all of a sudden in 2020, it's like, ugh. And so we did a refresh. Attention is consciousness, and is the thing birthed from within and then given life in the manifest world. Ideas are crystallized building blocks that are essential to initiating and sustaining manifested forms. Right? It has always been a unique, innovative, and timely idea. Old. All about that. But do you really? Understanding. But are you giving power to it? Are you giving life to it? That is what we have to get back to, because that's what happens to us as human beings. The ego loves to be in ruts. Now, Jesus said, the blind lead the blind, and then they both fall in the ditch. Let's get in the rut, because that's where everybody's hiding. It's a choice. Smile and to do what it is that you are passionate about. Let me ask you a question. Are you passionate about your passion? Yeah, I have a passion. And one of these days, boy, I'm gonna, one of these days. Notify your faith. Act and demonstrate. This is what I believe. The universe is all ears and is listening to every word you say. Now, it's not the words themselves. It's the words are containers. It's the energy that you put in the words, you know? It's like a stalker can tell some person, I love you. I love you. How many have discernment? You speak. It's the energy that you're putting in the word. Married for 2-3 years. How long has it been? Well, never mind. Anyway, it's been a while. We've been married longer than we've been alive. So figure that out. But we put the energy, we put the emotion in it. Emotions. And what's your favorite kind of book? Throw it out. Self-help. That's unusual in a unity church, isn't it? Strange. Wow. There's all kinds of great books to read, isn't there? It's amazing, isn't it? Aren't we glad that we have the printing press? Where would the world be without books to provide us with information? Agree? You know, being is the idea that there is more than in. Say it with me. Doesn't that feel good? If you feel secure and safe and loved, that's what you will express. But when we are insecure and we don't feel safe, you know, we express that. When we're expressing fear, then feeling that you're doing anything wrong. Wrong? How many understand this important? Of course, that's a whole other thing. But we're not going to go there. But we don't want to make each other wrong. We want to learn how to be with each other. Being is more important, isn't it? Are you a be-do or a do-be? Right? I think, what's his name? All around you. Beers who do rather than doers who do. Appreciate it. And from time to time, you have to renew your consciousness. Because after a while, your consciousness gets stagnant. Have you noticed that? Right? And it's important to renew your consciousness in some way. Because sometimes when you have a challenge, it means that something new be what is needed in order and on what is really important. I had to sit down for that one. We renew our beliefs through affirming them. And when you affirm something, you're firming it up, right? You're firming it up inside. Do you know? People ask me and they say, James, well, how long should I meditate? Something in order, good clue. So in 15 minutes, move in a new direction. Say with me, I can change my life in 15 minutes. So if you're meditating, shoot for 15 or 16 or 20 minutes, right? Start with that. Now, there's nothing wrong. You can't meditate too much. Have you ever met anybody? I just wire your brain. We're talking at lunch one day, and I call them as I see them. The second umpire, he said, there are balls and there are strikes, and I call them as they are. And the third ump, he said, there are balls and there are strikes, but they ain't nothing until I call them. Is it time for me to stop? President Edward. No, I'm just kidding. We really do. So I call them When you call things, that's what they become. And there's a story in Genesis where it said that Adam named all the animals. As the Spirit spoke to him, sorry, what is this? What is this? He said, oh, that's a cat. What is this? That's a lion. Have the power. It's a tragedy. It's a thing. Here it is. Here I am. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Don't name things too quickly, right? Because sometimes beautiful things and wonderful things come in unusual ways, right? Just in a way that you just kind of turned off by them for some reason. You don't know. And you have to work with this person doing something. That happens around here sometimes. Volunteers get together. And you're thinking to yourself, oh, not that person. No, I'm not telling you that this is something that you do intentionally. But there are thoughts that run through the mind. I'm going to be with these people and being best friends. I remember when I was in school. It's the truth. We'd get into a fight, and then later on, we were the best of buddies. We'd walk through the halls, and hey, there you are. Yeah. That's the way it works. Human beings are weird. That's the sixth principle of unity, by the way. We're just making this up as we go along. And then you feel hopeful. And then you kind of meditate on it, think on it for a while. And you start to entertain the idea. Could this be? Could this be a thing? And so the little seed starts dropping down into your consciousness, doesn't it? Because ideas are seeds, and they drop down into your consciousness. And before you know it, you move from the time you heard a principle, the revelation hits, and you go, oh, to belief. And belief is good, but belief is not the end. Belief is not the end. Because then you move to a place to where you know that you know that you know. And your knower gets turned on. Let's say it together. My knower is turned on now. For your drinks. Well, you guys know this. All right, we've got a sale out here for those of you. You freeze it. That's right. They have to freeze. They have to become solidified. Right? And that's what we have to do, or what we want to do with our beliefs. We want to turn them into be whatever it is that they've chosen. Tell people if you want to do something, and you want to, you have to start to become it. You have to start acting as if you are that thing, right? And learn all about it and be able to talk about it and dwell upon it and the ins and the outs of it, right? And then you become an expert. Why don't you come work? What are you an expert on? Whatever, you are looking at and giving attention to. Amen, somebody? Amen. Everything was an idea first. Even you were an idea. But I remember my mom saying, weeds. But you were an idea. You were an idea. You are an idea. And you have a purpose, a reason for being here, or you wouldn't be here, right? Yeah. If I didn't have a purpose, I wouldn't be here. Now, some people are special, different things, and they enjoy counsel. I like to be around people, and I like my quiet time too. You know what I mean? I like it all, right? And that's okay. The juicy peaches. Don't you just love peaches? Especially in South Carolina, you get some good ones. When's the season for peaches? Do we have any experts here? Soon. Very good. I like that. And you get the peach. And you put it in your mouth and the juice is dribbling down your chin, but it's so good. Right? In the mind of God, that peach was created for you. For who else? Who else is going to eat it? Right? It's for you. It's for you. The apples, the oranges, the blueberries, the raspberries. All of these things. The pear. And you get that room ready for the child coming. I want you to be happy. I want you to succeed. I want you to live a good life, a good quality of life. Can you believe that? Now, maybe you're at the hopeful stage, and that's okay. But you move into belief, and then you move into, yeah, I believe that. And so when I look around, I know that God wants people to be happy. What a coincidence. Isn't that a coincidence? Right? Can you believe it? And I love peaches. What a coincidence. The divine, sometimes our ideas may need to be sometimes. But if you want a seed to grow, you have to bury it deep enough. Right? Sometimes there's mental blocks that don't get released. Jesus said that this kind doesn't, you're not going to get rid of this block unless you do a little prayer and fasting. So, what kind of prayer? Let's say together, affirmative prayer. This thing. Now, it wouldn't hurt any of us to fast a meal once in a while, right? But I also think that maybe we need to fast certain ways of thinking. Say with me, yeah. See, if you pray affirmatively, you will begin to starve your doubts to death. Isn't that great? Say this to yourself. You can say it out loud, or you can just say it in your mind, say it in your heart. An ocean of potentiality. Let yourself feel that. Consider that. I like the ideas that it's divine ideas. When I know it's a divine idea, I'm more confident and trusting. The creative process responds to what you feel of you, right? Feel it inside. And then hold it for at least 15 minutes. Yeah. See how that, in order to become a thing. Wow. So complicated sometimes, don't we? Well, what are the 7 steps, James? Just take one step. I got the idea, I'm going to feel it, and then I'm going to work with it. Yeah. Just going to work with it and just hold it for a while. Play with it. Think about it. And no.
Be still and know. Be still. Be still and know. Be still and know that
So in the stillness of the moment, we allow ourselves to relax our bodies. See how still you can become in this moment with your body. And you'll notice that your mind will begin to follow, and your breathing to completely, totally let go of all that has come before this moment. Because I want to be present here and now. I don't want to miss my life because of all the distractions. I choose to center and focus on the beauty that is contained. Be another one like it. So what comes up for you now? What are you feeling right now? If you notice any discomfort in your body, put attention and awareness on that part. And just speak to that part of your body and say, I love you. I bless you. I envision your wholeness and wellness. Let it marinate for just a moment in the all-loving goodness of God. Can you feel it? The divine presence is here with you, always. But now is when you need. I'm never, for God is here for you. These are all divine ideas that as you focus upon them, if you want a peaceful life, focus on peaceful thoughts, peaceful ideas. When you're out walking by the pond, to you. Maybe you're walking the hall in your house. You're walking through the hall and you pick up a thought. Where did that come from? And you begin to imagine it, and you begin to consider it, and you begin to think upon it and dwell upon it. So we much together. So right now, maybe there are those in your life that you'd like to hold in this moment, that you'd like to pray for. I can think of several folks who are in need of healing. So bring these beautiful soul prayers out to them and for them and around them, and just surround them with your love, your attention and your awareness. I bless you. I behold the good that is within you. I see you as a child of God. And healing prayers now to all in this world find peace. May all be safe. We see all in their wholeness. And the beautiful thing of it is, I don't have to do it necessarily. I turn it over to the higher mind, the higher power, and God does the rest. Take a deep breath. In your consciousness, and good. We say, and so it is. All right. I invite you gently to come out of your meditation. If you need to stretch, just move slowly, easily. Yeah, no need to hurry. Yeah, beautiful. She has some important things to share with us, and I ask you to give your undivided attention to Lisa. Let's give her a hand this morning for being here.
Thank you. We're going to get ready for and this is the part of our service and these funds go to ensure that we have all that we need to support the spiritual growth of you, our community. Recently, we've seen a downward trend in our funding, and we wanted to make you aware of it. So we just want you to know that your giving really matters, especially right now, and we appreciate anything that you can do. We ask everyone to consider being a consistent giver. Our online community, we're not sure how to use that. We can help you set it up right after. Do our giving affirmation right now. Does that come up? Yay, there it is. All right, let's say this together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. Thank you. All right, the ushers will come forward to receive. Great, wonderful, welcome you. How warmly we welcome you today. We hope we'll make sure that you have one when you leave today. And that's the best way that we can connect with you and that you can receive our newsletters and our email announcements. We're so glad that you're here. And we're inviting you to come to our Tuesday morning meditation. It's at 10:30 every week in the sanctuary here. And also on Wednesday, of events that's been printed, the table for sign up for 4th of July that do after that Sunday, 1st July. So please sign up for that. It'll be a fun meal together. We've got some sacred service opportunities. If you have a little bit of time to volunteer to help, we need someone on our kitchen team, which once a month prepares snacks to bring for after the service. We need some help outside with mowing and weeding. If you like to work outside, we've got tools. Please see Jim Hall. I'm not sure where Jim is. He's probably out already helping. He's out in the lobby already. But Jim would love to connect with you if you have a little bit of time to give. All right, and we just want to say, I have two other things. If there's anyone in need of prayer today, we would love to pray with you. We have a prayer box in the back. You can leave your request that way. If you're online, please email, and we will have someone read in. And that's all connectors that serve today and every week to create our haven of peace here. Thank you so much, volunteers. We so appreciate it. I think that's it.
Thank you, Lisa. All right. Welcome, Gabrielle, today. Dance with her. So.
Love ever leave you and stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. When you get the choice, sit it out or dance. I hope you taking chances, but they're worth taking. Loving might be a mistake, but it's worth making. Don't let some helping heart leave you bitter. When you come close to selling out, reconsider. Give the out or to sit it out. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance.
Here today, really appreciate it.
Hey, as you're closing, Independence Day potluck. It's the first Sunday in July. It's July 3rd, and the sign-up sheets are actually posted on the bulletin board out there, so be sure and sign up to bring something and plan on sticking around that day.
Thank you, Gabrielle, for singing today. We're really,
Yeah.
it's just, we've got so many wonderful people here, so many talented folks. I'm looking around. And Mamma Mia, you've opened, right? Yeah. Where's that at? A whole month of June. Very
Get
good.
your tickets now because they are going fast.
Yeah. It's good to see Melissa with us this morning. She'll be back, right? Be back to sing for us too. The power of God protects us, and all is well. Thank you so much. Thank all the folks watching us online. Have a wonderful week, everybody.